The history of the United States of America has experienced periods of prosperity in addition to periods characterized by inequalities resulting from prejudices and poor relations among groups of citizens. A period of great inequality and poor relations was experienced by African Americans ranging from pre-Civil War until the end of the Civil Rights Movement. This was the reason for the formation of the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Once started in 1909, the association felt they needed a forum in order to be heard by the public. This led to the founding of the little magazine titled The Crisis, which was the main organ for the NAACP. The magazine, which began in 1910, aimed to educate its readers about the issues of the dangers of racial prejudice and obstacles impeding the world-old dream of human brotherhood. In addition, the publication aimed at three goals: rights irrespective of race and color, the highest ideals of American democracy, and reasonable but earnest attempts to gain these rights and realize these ideals. The founder of the magazine, W.E.B. Du Bois, was only one influential voice of the African Americans being represented through the magazine. Others included Jessie Fauset, an African American woman who was influential in the Harlem Renaissance, in addition to the New Negro movement, and Langston Hughes, one of the most famous American poets, also an integral part of the Harlem Renaissance. Under the editor's eye of W.E.B. Du Bois, the magazine gained its initial popularity and expanded its influence. However, under the literary editorship of Jessie Fauset, from 1919 to 1926, the magazine reached its paramount of influence. These dates are very relevant to the magazine, as it is the time when African Americans became increasingly concerned with the lack of equality they received. Upon arriving home from serving in World War I and observing the equal treatment received overseas by African Americans, the NAACP questioned America as to why the same treatment could not be applied at home. African Americans felt that they received the treatment of second-class citizens at home, and the lack of appreciation received was intolerable. The cover of the May 1919 edition of the magazine illustrates the frustration of the NAACP. The first issue, following the conclusion of the Great World War, has a soldier carving the words loyalty, valor, achievement into stone as its cover. It is unclear whether the soldier is white or black. However, the ambiguity is most likely illustrated on purpose in order to emphasize the equal effort put into the war by both races. In the same issue of the magazine, there is also a photograph of a young African-American soldier. The boy is decorated in war uniform and the highest honor given after a war, the Croix de Guerre, French for the Cross of the War. Later in the issue is another photograph of a group of African-American nurses in Illinois. Both photos illustrate the valiant effort put forth by African Americans and the respect expected from the American public. Following the period of Fauset as an editor, the magazine lost some of its influence and took an extraordinary blow following Du Bois' departure from the magazine following the era of the Great Depression. However, evidenced by the magazine's present circulation, the dip in popularity of the magazine was not permanent and did not greatly hurt the magazine's credibility.